Hello students, here in this module we are going to see the topic inverse trigonometry. For this topic it is compulsory for a student to be aware of all the identities and concepts of trigonometry seen in earlier classes, and also a few things you should know about invertible functions. Whatever is required about invertible, that I am going to speak up here. For details you can see the topic relation and function in other module. Let's see. Invertible functions. If a function, suppose, is defined from A to B, here we know that A is known as domain, B is known as codomain, and the set of images belonging to B, is known as range. Then if I consider range of f is C, then function defined from A to C have domain and range here. Okay. Now what is the difference between these two? Let's think of it. When I consider range, as I said, this is a set of images. So set of images means here each element of C will be related to some element in A for sure. If this is the range of f, then it is sure that each element of C is related to some element in A. But if I take codomain, then codomain has two types of elements. Maybe they are not images, and other types they may be images also. Okay. So, like taking the help of trigonometry, if I explain, if I take like sine x is a function, I consider sine x is a function. I hope you understand this. I am going to draw the arrow diagram. I consider domain as real number set and codomain also real number set. Sin x as a function for defined from real number as a domain to real number as a codomain. Now you see, obviously you know that sin as a function is defined from for all the values taken in real number set, like pi by 2, minus pi by 2, 0. We take these standard values. Okay. But here when we come to codomain, sin x is defined only from minus 1 to 1. Means it includes all the values which fall from minus 1 to 1. They start with minus 1. Maybe between them some value is there, and then maximum value is 1. Okay, it oscillates between these two values. So if I mark here some other values that is minus 1 and 1, like minus 2, minus 3 by 2, minus 4, plus 5, we see that when I make images, like pi by 2, its image is 1, minus pi by 2, its image is minus 1. 0, its image will be 0. Pi by 6, its image will be, it is 30 degrees, so that will be 1 by 2. Somewhere between them. So sin x will concern all the values between minus 1 and 1 only. All these values without, beyond the interval minus 1 and 1 will remain without any pre-image. They will not be connected to any element here in real number. So this set of images is known as range. This whole is known as codomain. Okay. So the same thing I was speaking here, when a function is written as with domain and range, then for sure each element of the range is related to some element in A, the domain. In such a case, suppose I draw to explain. This is A, this is C. If I am having elements here in form of x1, x2, x3, and elements of C are y1, y2, y3. And now from A I see x1 is having its image on y3, x2 is having its image on y1, and x3 is having its image on y2. Each element of the domain has exactly one image. Keep in mind, each element of the domain has exactly one image. And obviously, as I have taken this range here, so no element will be left. In such a case, we say that f, the function, is bijective. We say that this is bijective or 1 1 on 2. Now, whenever you are given a function as bijective function or 1 1 on 2, nature is the function, nature of the function, then that function is invertible function. What is the meaning of invertible? Obviously, what is whose inverse we can find? Inverse of a function we can obtain, that is invertible function. So, in case of this function, invertible function of f, suppose is g is some other function, is inverse of f. So this will be denoted as f inverse. G will be equal to f inverse, and by definition we will take the range of f as domain of G, and domain has to be range of G. Okay, so this is inverse of f. So whenever a function is bijective, we can obtain its inverse. Okay, that is the theory. I will tell you in short why this happens. Suppose I am having this function other than this case. This case I have taken of bijectivity. 1 1 on 2 nature I have taken. Suppose I am having this as a codomain, like B I have taken. I take some element y4, which is not the image. Obviously, codomain is there is a possibility codomain must have some may have some element which is not the image of some element in A. Okay, यहाँ पर कोई एलिमेंट ऐसा हो सकता है जो किसी की इमेज ना बने. In that case, if I write this in reverse order, C as the first domain of G and A as range of G, in that case, you find one thing. What? Y1, Y2, Y3, Y4. Here x1, x2, x3 if I take, then obviously the images become pre-images and pre-images turn images. So y1 was related to x2, so image of y1 is x2, image of y2 will be x3, image of y1 come to x2 that we have taken, and y3 now, y3 will be related to x1. Y4 is not the image of any element, that's why it remains as it is. But if I see this case by the basic theory of function, Y4 cannot remain without image. Here, this will not satisfy the definition of function, so G cannot be considered to be a function. Okay, this is the main reason behind why bijectivity of function is needed. Okay, so here you must keep in mind a function must be bijective to be invertible function. Okay, so then we can find its inverse. As I said, the details if you want to see, then better to see the module of relation function. For introduction, this much is enough. Now we are switching to this inverse trigonometry. Obviously, if this topic I want to start, I need to see that each trigonometric function should be invertible. We will think of it now, whether functions are invertible or not. We'll think of it. Now, we will see that functions which we consider in trigonometry, whether they are bijective or not. I have taken help of their graphical presentation and also of arrow diagram. Through arrow diagram, I will explain. You have seen the standard table. In standard value table, we see that the value of sine pi by 6, value of sine pi by 6 is 1 by 2. In radian, it's pi by 6, 30 degree, 1 by 2. But if we see then other value 5 pi by 6, for this also it is pi 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is the image of 5 pi by 6 and pi by 6 both. If I go ahead, means these values I have taken between 0 and 360 degree only. If I go beyond a 360 degree or go negative direction beyond 0, you will see that I am still having 1 by 2 as an image of many angles. And graph also suggests, as you see, like from 0 I start, in a positive direction if I move, then how to understand whether this is bijective function or not. Here I see that if pi by 2 has the image as 1, which is the standard and easy to understand also, pi by 2 has image as 1, then this image 1 is repeating 1 time, 2 time, and if we go ahead, this will keep repeating. Left hand side also we are having image 1. Okay. So similarly, not for pi by 2, but for all values, whatever image is available, that is repeating again and again. Okay, and infinitely. Let me tell you. So that is sure, sin x is not a bijective function. I took example of this 5 pi by 6 and pi by 6, 1 by 2. You can see root 3 by 2 is the image of 2 pi by 3 and pi by 3. I am speaking this image means when I take the value of x as 5 pi by 6, then the value of sin x will be 1 by 2. So whatever value of sin x we are obtaining, that is image, and what value of x we are taking from here, that is from domain actually. Okay, and this sin x image we are taking from -1 to 1, which is the range of sin x. Now, if I see the case of cos, in cos x also, we find there is a repetition of images. Root 3 by 2 is the image of 30 degree and 330 degree. 1 by root 2 is the image of 45 degree and 315 degree. Not only positive values, negative values also. They are images of more than one angle taken from domain. In cos x, in sin x. So cos x again with the graph, with the help of graph, you can see there is not that much difference. Only there is a gap of pi by 2 between these two graphs. So in graph of cos x also, you can see image is repeating. Okay. So we are not having a unique angle with image 1. We are not having a unique angle with image 0. You see 0 repeating in both of the cases. So cos x also is not bijective. We see the nature of tan x also with respect with help of graph. We see that this also is not a bijective function. You can see, like from here, this graph shows from here this value for minus pi by 2. It starts with minus infinity and covers all the values till plus infinity, means all real numbers. But the same graph is being repeated in interval pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2 to 5 by 2. The same graph means infinitely this gets repeated. Okay. So this way we can see the, like I can take one example, pi by 4. 10 pi by 4 is 1. So this is not only 10 pi by 4 for which it is we are getting the image to be 1. It's repeating for different values of x. I am changing the value of x, and after a particular interval we will see that we are having the same value as the image. Okay. So this way tan x is not a bijective. To make it bijective, then what we do? We consider its interval from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. This one, this principal domain. The principal domain we consider as minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, but we find that at minus pi by 2 it is minus infinity. For pi by 2 it is infinity. So that's why in the domain of tan x we do not include, like we do not put closed interval. We put here open interval for domain minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. And as you see that between these two, it covers all monotonic. This also is monotonic. This covers all the real numbers. So we put real number as its range. This way it becomes a bijective and also invertible function. Now we can have its inverse. So we have seen all the functions here. We will find their inverse now. Okay, so these three main functions are not bijective. Other three which are reciprocals of these three, they are not also bijective. Then what does it say? Means in standard form we cannot find their inverse. They cannot be said to be invertible. Then how to define invertible? As I said, the first condition for an invertible function is its nature to be bijective. So because of this reason, we fix their domain in such a way that these functions become bijective. That is, we consider these functions within a particular interval, so that there will be no repetition of images, and domain will have one element with exactly one image, and one image will be for one element in domain. I hope you understand. For sin x, we consider, this is only standard form, as we consider the such an interval which is accessible, which is approachable. So we consider the interval for sin x from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. You can see its nature. The domain of sin x is considered as minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. This becomes principal domain. Okay, this principal domain, you can see the nature of sin x. Its value starts from minus 1, and there will be no repetition. You will find its monotonic nature, moving in one direction, either decreasing or increasing. But in one direction only it moves, that's all. Between minus pi by 2 and pi by 2. Okay? Similarly, for cos x, the interval is considered to be 0 to pi. We consider, just to define them as invertible functions, we consider the interval to 0 to pi, close interval. You can see for 0 it is 1, for pi it's minus 1. So when it moves, you can see this also is monotonic in nature. Yes, let me tell you, bijective function, whenever it's drawn on graph paper, you will find its graph to be monotonic, either decreasing or increasing, but in one direction, one time only, no repetition will be there. Okay, so here we can see this is monotonic between 0 and pi. The domain is fixed as 0 to pi for cos. For tan, as I see, yes, principal domain can be considered to be minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. This interval can be considered to be the principal domain, but the problem is at minus pi by 2 it is infinity. At pi by 2 also it is infinity. So we consider not like sin x. Sin x we consider closed interval. It was closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, principal domain. For cos x it was 0 to pi. But for tan x, being the minus infinity and infinity for minus pi by 2 and pi by 2, you can see its nature is otherwise monotonic in this interval. Okay, so the principal domain is considered to be open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Just to make it bijective. Okay, to consider this to be bijective, so that you can define inverse trigonometry, invertible trigonometric functions. Okay, so this way, like these three functions, we consider the domains of sec, cosec and cot also, like them. So we will continue, we will take help of their graphs to see how to define their domain and range. Let's see. But before that, we will see what happens when we consider this domain and range. For sin x, to make it invertible, its domain, as I said, this is taken as closed interval minus pi by 2, pi by 2. Its range obviously will remain minus 1 to 1. With the help of graph, you can see this starts with minus 1 and is ending at 1. So that's why range will remain, and sin x oscillates between minus 1 and 1, covering all the values. Okay, you can see there is no break in the graph. That's why here it covers all the values between minus 1 and 1 possible. Okay, next for cos x, the same thing. Its closed interval, as I said, we consider 0 to pi. 0 to pi. This is minus 1 to 1. Its range, this also oscillates between minus 1 and 1. Okay, including both of them. For tan x, we write domain as minus pi by 2 to to pi by 2, and as it takes all the numbers from minus infinity to infinity as images, so these minus infinity to infinity as images, these numbers are known as real numbers and is denoted as capital R. Okay, so this becomes principal domain for these functions. In this situation, they are invertible. Now we can define their inverse form. Okay, so we will say that also, but before that we will see what about other three functions. Okay, now we will see the reciprocals of mean function. First one, I have taken reciprocal of sin is cosec. It's a graph. We find that here one important thing, that all these three are having compulsory values as minus infinity and infinity. Okay, so here cosec goes just like the sine, but one thing to be observed, that cosec is such a function which does not have any image between minus 1 and 1. You can see this is like this graph that I have drawn. Its last point is 1. Then from here it goes in reverse order. Okay, this portion it does not appear. The same is below x-axis also. You can see in this portion above minus 1, the graph portion is not available, and the same nature we find of sec x. So these two are such functions which are not defined between minus 1 and 1. Okay, now what we do to get them to be bijective. Cosec is just taken like a sine. Its principal domain is taken as minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. You see, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. But the thing is, we see that between minus pi by 2 and pi by 2 there is one point when value of x, which is 0, at which it is infinity. You can see. Okay, or you can say it is not defined. So its principal domain is written like cosec x. Its principal domain will be written as minus pi by 2, the same interval for sine we have taken, but we subtract that value for which it is not defined, means 0. And what we find? Now you see, observe. Between minus pi by 2 and 0, this gives us all the images from minus 1 to minus infinity. Means all negative numbers, all negative real numbers between minus 1 and minus infinity, including minus 1 also. Okay. And 0 to pi by 2, this gives us all the number as images right from infinity to 1. What does it mean? Means including 1 also. Here it includes 1 and goes to infinity, but below it does not come. So how to write its range? We see here, we find its range can be written as all real number set, but from that we can subtract minus 1 to 1, this open interval. Why? Because minus 1 and 1, two values, those are images and they are included in the range of cosec. Okay, you can see the graph also. Now same thing happens with sec. When we write for sec x, its interval remains just like cos, 0 to pi. But the value for which it is not defined, I see from 0 to pi, if I go pi by 2, it is not defined. Okay, so sec as we see pi by 2, it's not defined. We reduce pi by 2 from the main principal domain and its range remains just like cosec as it is. You can see this function also not defined between minus 1 and 1. Now last one, which is cot. Cot, I see it is just a mirror image of 10x. In 10x we obtain the same graph but in increasing order. Here we are obtaining the graph but in decreasing order. Okay, so what we can do? What will be its domain, principal domain? We consider cot x like 0 to pi, 0 to pi, you see it is monotonic here, and its range will be all real numbers because it is defined from minus infinity to infinity. Minus infinity to infinity, it shows it's all real numbers. So I hope you have understood. So these all 6 functions now are invertible. We can obtain their inverse forms. Okay, now we will think of invertible functions further. Okay, this is the basic theory we can behind in invertible trigonometric functions. I hope you understood.